in-game, and here we are then. So welcome guys, welcome back to the War is Coming Grand Finals, or the Tyrant Wars number 3, or yeah, the Tyrant Wars number 3. I think that's a very fitting name for this event. It is game number 6 right here, and we have, once again, Tyrant Legends versus the Tyrant Warlords, of course, on Yucatan for this the 6th game. So after seeing that pretty fail display from the Tyrant Warlords there, wondering what on earth they were doing, we're going to see yet another game, which is hopefully not going to be a complete fail from one of these teams. So we'll see what we've got, where the players are at, and then we'll talk about the map a little bit, I guess. So on this right side, on the far east, we've got the Viper in the red. He's playing as the Spanish. In the pocket position, in the blue, we've got Doubt, and he's playing as the Celts. And on the left side, we've got Jordan23 in the green, playing as the Mongols. He's played Mongols a lot this tournament. That's like his civ, isn't it? Just like Bajofro and the Mayans. So that's the Tyrant Legends there up to the north and the east of the map. On the far west of the map, in the yellow, we've got Riot, and he's playing as the Mongols on that flank. In the pocket position, we've got Bajofro, and slap me with a wet fish if he is not playing as the Mayans. Oh, well, I avoided that wet fish, thankfully. He is playing as the Mayans, and he's in the pocket position. And on the right side, Tyrant Slam in the purple, playing as the Persians, probably. Nope, playing as the Spanish, my bad. So there you go, Spanish for him. So that's the Tyrant Warlords, they're down to the south of the map. So yeah, Mongols on Yucatan, very, very good, very, very good, because they, of course, benefit from the hunt gathering bonus, which is their unique civ bonus, giving them 50% greater hunt speed. And, well, Yucatan is normally very full of boar, but you might notice that there's actually only 2 boar here, and there might only be 2 boar in the pocket as well. Indeed there is. In fact, there's only 2 boar on all sides of the map, and that is because this is Yucatan version 2, which means there are 2 boar instead of the standard 3, there is 1 berry patch instead of the standard 2, and there's sheep instead of turkeys for some reason, because apparently the Yucatan has been invaded by Lord Fluff and his army of sheeple. But yeah, so no 3 boar, which certainly means that the Mayans won't get quite an advantage as they would normally do on a standard Yucatan map. But even so, they are still damn good at that hunt. But with Yucatan being Yucatan, it's fairly easy to wall, and walling is something we'll probably see, I imagine. Now, this is I've just noticed the first time I think that Cab has not been involved for a while. No, my bad. I take that back. It's not the first time Cab's not been involved. Ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about, clearly. But yes, not uncommon to see a Drush in Yucatan on a 1v1, but that's because there's more than 2 boar. And it's also, I just think this Yucatan map is why. Why do we need a version 2 of Yucatan? Is the normal Yucatan not good enough? I don't understand why there's a version 2 of Yucatan here. You know, I was saying literally before I started casting this game, Yucatan's nice because it is a standard map, but it's not got standard resources. That extra food adds flavor to the game, in my opinion. And in this situation, you basically just got a standard map. It's just a standard map with standard resources. And we're probably going to see, as a result, a pretty standard strat as well. Obviously, the main difference here is that Doubt is playing as the Celts, whereas Bajofro is playing as the Mayans. That's about the only difference here. And with both of them being in the pocket position, it should be rather interesting to see how that goes down. Obviously, it's going to all be about the fast Imperial, well, not the fast Imperial, but a fast Imperial time for both pocket positions. Now, it's all down to the flanks, really, whether or not they decide to go for some kind of aggression, or whether they just wall it up like crazy. Now, we are actually going to see, by the looks of things, that Drush from the Viper here, 6 minutes 35, and that's quite an early barracks from him. Obviously, the earlier the better, because that will prevent your opponent from walling, but that's not going to prevent Slam from walling. He's already walled up, pretty much. His map is pretty easy to wall, and with Yucatan being the way Yucatan is, usually it is fairly easy to wall this map, because just a lot of small choke points, and you just got to build 1 or 2 palisade walls, and you're pretty damn safe. So we're going to see the Drush coming in from Viper very soon, but Slam, of course, has scouted it out. He has actually added in his old barracks here. Now, the thing with the Spanish is that they're really not a great feudal civilization. They either Drush fast castle or wall and fast castle. The Spanish don't really have any options in the feudal age because archers are ruled out due to the fact they don't get crossbow. They're a really strange civ in that regard, because that is one of the main feudal age units, the archer. And if you can't make archers because you can't upgrade them to crossbow once they've been made, there's no point making archers at all. And for the Spanish, that's why they end up either Drush fast castling or wall fast castling, and then going straight into knights. It makes a lot more sense. Now, Slam here hasn't actually found all of his sheep by the looks of things. He seems to be short by 2, which is a shame, considering he's drushing. He needs all the food he can get. And oh no! Oh no! Well, Slam's lost a drush. One of his militia going a bit far ahead of the group, and as a result, Viper going to get that militia pick quite easily. Slam's going to wall up further out, though. And if he walls across here as well, then he's fully walled that. Look how easy that wall is. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 15 pieces of palisade wall, and he has got a full wall. That's pretty insane, actually. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. One thing to note, though, Bagiofro coming forwards with a sneaku villager. I don't know what he's going to achieve here. We'll see. It looks like the Tyrant guys have kind of lost him. Riet's got a scout nearby to help protect her. She's going to get through with about just over half health. They've both got their scouts nearby. And this is the kind of play that I kind of enjoy more, you know? Just like the kind of different play. Not the by the rulebook kind of play. So Riet here, going to go finish off this Jaguar quickly. Oh, they got to be careful. This villager's going to die if she takes too many hits. But with 3 of them there, they can deal with that Jaguar very easily. So on the right side, Doubt's walling it up, stop this coming through. Obviously, these guys are very well aware of this villager coming in. But the question is, what is Bagiofro planning? What's he got up his sleeve? Well, he's on the way up to Feudal on 28 pop, so it seems safe to say that he will still fast castle this. The question is, once he gets to the castle age, what's he going to do with this villager? I don't know if he can do much, because there is this palisade wall here now. It's not like he could build an archery range and bust this wall down with archers. It's not like you build a stable, because he doesn't have access to that. Maybe a siege workshop and some monks once you reach his castle, but that's still a way away yet. And of course, these guys know that he's around here, so we'll have to wait and see, I guess. The wall off from Slam is completed. He's fully walled up. And we've also now got some scouts from Jordan 23 coming through the center of the map. And it looks like Jordan 23 might just find himself a villager pick as well, which is going to be pretty nice for him, but probably not quite worth the 2 scouts that he built to get it. Typically speaking, when you go scouts, you have to trade better than 1 for 2, or 2 for... Well, you have to trade better than 1 for 1 when you're making scouts and you're trying to kill villagers for them to be really worthwhile. If you make 3 scouts and you kill 1 villager, it's not worth it. If you make 3 scouts and you kill 3 villagers, that's a bit better. Make 4, that's the ideal number to go for. But Jordan's just killing 1 so far. And after making these scouts, he has slowed down his castle time. The other Mongol player, the Riet on the left flank, already feudal. But he also made scouts as well. So both these guys pretty close together in terms of, like, you know, resource expenditure and army production. Everybody else is going to be doing similar. Both of the Spanish players will fast castle. Both of the pockets will fast castle a little faster. But we do want to keep a close eye on Bagiofro's sneak villager back here. This could certainly be real problematic for the other team. Viper here, probably not going to be expecting units in the back of his base. Now, Bagiofro really only has one option. That's to make an archery range and go archers here. Now, he's got a lot of villagers who are idle under the TC. He should probably go and take some a little bit more gold. And if he starts building a barracks and an archery range back here, that's going to be really good. He could pick off a few villagers from Viper. And of course, Viper, taking a little bit of stone, obviously looking for a castle so he can start making some conquistadors once he reaches the castle age. That's really going to slow him down. If Bad Jofro can deny Viper a castle by hitting his stone, then Slam's going to get a really big advantage against him if he builds a castle on the forward position, and that could be really, really devastating. So Bad Jofro then, is he building a barracks? Well, no, and that leads me to think, well, wonder what he is going to do. I mean, he could even be building a house with this villager back here, because he is pot blocked, so building a house with that villager would be a good idea. It's not like he's short of resources either. He has got plenty of resources, loads and loads of wood. And he's going to be looking for 2 TCs, of course, once he reaches the castle age. But I don't know, this village is just sort of milling around at the moment, not doing a whole lot. Uh-oh, Jordan 23 is in, and he's found his way to Bad Jofro's base. That's going to be a free villager kill for him. And that looks like 2 villagers down for the Warlords team. Jordan 23 killing 2 villagers so far. Needs to find a 3rd and a 4th, and these scouts will have paid for themselves. So far, so good, actually, considering that Rit just has 1 single kill. And he did make scouts as well. So Castle Age for Doubt and Bad Jofro pretty much at an identical time, and now we've got Rit slinging. When are we going to see a game that we don't see a sling? That's what I want to know. Rit right here on this left flank, he's not even going to fast castle it. He's not even thinking about the castle age at the moment. He's just walling with stone, and he is going to sling. Interested to know why he's walling here. He could save himself a lot of stone and wall here instead. But either way, sending that resource to Bad Jofro, so Bad Jofro can maybe do something at the back of Viper's base, who knows. Viper's up to castle though, and it's not going to be long before he gets the castle out. 580 stone in the bank, and it's not going to be long before he's got that magical 650 mark. Alright, so we've seen a monastery at the back for Bad Jofro then. Looks like we'll see a few monks coming out. Now, that could be really kind of cool. If he comes in from the back, starts converting villagers, that could be really, really fun, actually, and it would be a lot of fun to watch. Bad Jofro as well has got his 2nd and 3rd TC on the way up, so he's not losing out in terms of economy at the moment, because he is getting that sling, and he's working on his eco, and he's doing military. It's pretty good, actually, but he's going to need quite a few monks if he's going to make something effective of this push, and it would be advisable to probably support it. But by the looks of things, it's kind of weird. Monastery, University, he's at 600 food, 500 gold. He's getting a sling. Is he going to be going up to the Imperial Age in a minute as well? And then building a castle back here and trying to just go full imp, push onto Viper? I was almost thinking maybe he'd make some monks and do that, but it seems to me like he's going to save that for the Imperial Age and just go ham at the back of the map. But he's going to need quite a bit more food before he can pull that off anyway. And once again, the Warlords could be taking a big risk in this, slinging one person in a pretty precarious location. So Slam's got his castle up already. He is a little faster than Viper there. Viper's got his 2nd TC up, and he's delaying his castle for a while. There we go. It's coming up now on the front, just there. So he's a little slower than Slam in terms of getting that castle up. Slam here should be building a few conquistadors, but I doubt there's going to be a huge amount of damage coming in there. Like I say, this map's pretty choke pointy. Conquistadors could go to Doubt, could maybe find some villager kills over the walls, but they'd have to blast their way through the palisades if they want to get through there. But Bad Jofro, nearly up to the Imperial Age by the looks of things. Doubt, meanwhile, because he's not the Mayans, he's not getting the sling. He's got a boom up on his own. He's not got the support of a sling here. But I think this is risky from the Warlords, because Rit is putting himself in a pretty, risky situation on this left flank. He's leaving himself very undefended. He's sending all of his stuff to Bad Jofro, and he's remaining in the Feudal Age. But Bad Jofro at the back of the map could be doing enough damage here once he hits the Imperial Age to end the game quite quickly. And that would be pretty strong. Obviously, Barracks going up, and we'll see what he goes for. Because he's only got 1 villager here, I think it's much more likely that we'll see him going for a going for, what are they called? Eagle Warriors, that's the one, instead of Plumed Archers. It would be pretty difficult. It would take a lot of time to build a castle back here with just one villager. As well as that, Eagle Warriors are very good at raiding, and although he doesn't have a castle at the moment, so he can't get El Dorado, even though he doesn't have a castle, he's still going to be able to get those defense upgrades. He's still going to be able to make Eagle Warriors pretty strongly here, and that could be really very effective at raiding the Viper's eco back here. We'll keep a close eye on it, of course, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. So Badgeover trying to wall himself up, but Jordan's bringing in his spears as well, quickly spearing two of those scouts from Riot. Riot's not going to want to engage that in a hurry. And Jordan, if he gets one more kill with this army, on one more villager kill, he's going to be in a really, really decent position. He would have done a lot of damage, actually, to the Warlords' economy. So third barracks going up at the back. Eagle Warriors coming out. And Backed is at the back of Viper's base. And he's ready to strike 68% of the way to the Imperial Age. Meanwhile, Slam is indeed going to Doubt's side of the map. Viper here doesn't seem to be making too many conquistadors. Just the one or two for now. And Slam's going to come into Doubt, try and hit him. Might find a couple of villagers. Might eventually get through the palisade wall and prevent any re-walling behind it. Looks like he's going to get one, maybe two. No, not going to get two. But he will get through that wall eventually. And Doubt might be tempted to wall up behind this somehow. Siege Workshop, there you go. And that's going to obviously serve to defend him as well a little better. But it's not ideal having those units on you, that's for sure. Jordan 23 now coming in with knights as well. He's also even made some camels, trying to take some map control with these guys. Looking to hunt down some conquistadors perhaps. But either way, we've got backed up to the Imperial Age here. The upgrades at the blacksmith not coming in though, and he should really consider getting those quite quickly. He will be, however, getting Elite Eagle Warrior first. That's the priority. And then, of course, blacksmith upgrades coming in after that. But he's got a number of Eagle Warriors back here, and so far Viper does not suspect a thing. He's not scanned it with anything. He's not noticed or anything like that. He's just putting up a stable. But he is not anticipating this attack at the back. That is for sure. He is not anticipating it. Slam's going to get him pretty good over here as well. As Viper sends out some conquistadors on the left side. But really, this is a problem. In come the Eagles. And Viper not prepared at all. Maybe a couple of villagers to go down. One down. Two down. And now Badgeover needs to clear out. What he should follow through with is some siege. But instead we're seeing a castle for the time being. That's going to take quite some time to go up. But meanwhile, these Eagle Warriors are going to run rampant over Viper's economy. And Viper is fleeing with his villagers right now. Obviously, he's got nothing here to defend with. All he can do is put his villagers inside the TC and hope that these Eagle Warriors go away. But with 6 pierce armor and these town centers doing 5 damage per arrow, it's going to take a while to kill these Eagles off. Viper's eco now suddenly nearly entirely idle as he runs towards Doubt. Runs for his life and comes out on the front to mine some stone. At least he's got to keep his eco doing something. We're going to see a castle up eventually for Backed. Would have been nice to see Badgeover going for a siege workshop first though, to get some siege out and start bringing these TCs down. But Badgeover so far 10 kills, and that is very, very good for him. Going to keep that pressure on, and Viper's bringing in some conquistadors at the back. Badgeover probably just looking for El Dorado though. As soon as he gets that castle up, he's going to be good. Viper at the moment, not doing fletching or anything like that. He's got absolutely no food left at all. Bringing up a monastery, hoping to perhaps get some conversions or something. But there's nothing stopping Badgeover running towards Doubt. Nothing stopping him running anywhere. Doubt's taking extra precaution of walling up as well. Walls here from the Viper on the left side, but there's still a gap. It looks like Viper's going to have to wall that off as well. But in come the elite Eagle Warriors once more. 8 Pierce armor. Gonna look for some villager kills over here. And these guys are pretty far from any safety. So there's going to be quite a few villager kills if he stays in. But that would require losing all of his eagles to these conquistadors. Oh man. Oh man. Bagiofra is getting in everywhere right now. This TC is going down. Looks like he wants to get a villager conversion as well. And he got one. That villager can help to build the siege workshop, I guess. But there's the castle from Becht. And we'll see what he does with that very soon. But he's got quite a lot of eagle warriors. I'm just wondering if this is enough. Is this enough to win the Warlords this game? Well, taking Viper out of the game is certainly one way to try and secure a win. We've got a Treb coming out and another castle as well. 2 villagers to make it, of course, now. He's converted one. Viper running towards Stout Space. But this is a really big blow for the Tyrant Warlords here. Sorry, for the Tyrant Legends even. A really big blow. Doing this much damage to Viper this early on is pretty horrible. And wow, he's going to run away again as these Conquistadors come in and look for some more villager kills. Slam going to find a few. And if Bagiofra focuses down this castle with his Treb, then we are going to see many more dead Viper villagers. Viper's resource income practically nil at the moment as well. And that is just horrible news. Anyone else up to Imp? Well, Doubt's Imp and Slam's on the way up. We've also got Jordan 23 on the way up. So, I mean, it's not going to be long before the Viper's teammates are Imperial as well, looking to do some damage back. Doubt, of course, going for Woad Raiders here, the obvious choice when faced against Eagle Warriors. But this is the thing, Bagiofra can switch into Plumed Archers pretty quickly if he wants to at this point in time. The castle, more Trebs coming out. Second castle about to go up, but there's that castle taking a beating. And Viper's going to run away this way, right into Slam's army by the looks of things, which is obviously another concern for Viper. Oh wait, no. Oh man, it's a massacre. Look at that. Oh my goodness me. He's lost so many units. He's down to 40 population, 5 military, 35 economy. And as soon as that castle goes down, Viper is in so much trouble. He'll lose even more villagers. But of course, they're not giving up just yet. Bagiofra is surrounding these TCs. Absolutely surrounding them with his Eagle Warriors. Looks like Doubt, though, will get this Treb. He's going to go snipe it. Bagiofra not paying enough attention, obviously. And the Treb will fall down, unfortunately for him. Still, more TCs down, more villagers down. But on the left side, Jordan 23 is getting ready to assault Riet. Riet, bear in mind, is still in the feudal age. And Jordan 23 is now nearly Imperial, I believe. He is Imperial even. So Jordan 23 is Imperial. Conscription coming up, obviously for faster military production there. And he's got capped ram on the way. So Riet's still feudal, could absolutely get steamrolled in a minute. And he's going to need some help very, very soon. Either from Slam or from Bagiofra. To be honest with you, it doesn't really matter who, as long as he doesn't die. Because at the moment, they put Viper out of the game. So as long as they don't lose a player in trade for that, then they're going to be fine. Slam's up to Imp. And that is pretty good news for the Tyrant Warlords. He's going to be doing Bloodlines now. And probably moving into Cavalier fairly soon. But at the castle, a few more Conquistadors coming out. Very, very strong unit, of course. Able to bring down Knights very quickly. Slam here. Good micro, actually. Going to come up at the front, try and deny this castle. And that's going to be pretty good. He needs to bring a lot more units over there, though, if he wants to help out. He will need more stables. He will need Cavalier. And he needs to get ready to defend his flank. Doubt, Elite Woad Raider. Makes a lot of sense. But there's that Plumed Archer switch from Bagiofra. And we knew that was coming. Bodkin Arrow just coming up from him. And with 2 castles making Plumed Archers, it's not going to be long before he's got enough to cut down these Woad Raiders very easily. Doubt, of course, only just getting his first Mangonel out here. It's going to be a while before Onage is done. It's going to be a while before they become a real threat to the Plumed Archers. And Bagiofra, obviously with this slaying, is able to do so much damage. still, this castle stands. And Doubt now trying to get a castle up. But I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. Bad Jofra has too much of a large army here, I think. There we go. Bad Jofra running back to his Treb. And Doubt's going to get cut down by these plumed archers. And the castle. Not a great engagement location, but man, that Mangonel got a good shot off onto these plumed archers. But still, Doubt is going to lose the majority of this army. And we got a third castle coming up for Bad Jofra as well, for even more plumed archer production, which is just the ideal unit to make against this. Rit finally up to the castle age, but it's kind of a bit late. Jordan 23 has already got cat rams in his base. He's already taken down his one and only beloved DC. But Rit is running away. So it's kind of like base trading, base racing at the moment. Bad Jofra about to lose the castle here. But he is ready to push in, and, you know, he will take down these Woad Raiders pretty quickly with this composition of army. So, we've got, on the left side, Riot losing a majority of his base. On the right side, Viper losing the majority of his base. How will this end? It's going to end up being a 1v1 before long, that's for sure. Slam, though, starting that Cavalier production now, which is very good. It's about time. He needs more though, and he's got the resources for it, but I think he's saving for Paladin first. He'll get Paladin any minute now, and once he's got that, he can, there you go, there's Paladin. Once he's got that, he can start stepping on the gas a bit, and he can try and stop this push of Jordan 23. Obviously at the moment it's basically a 2v2. Bad Jofra against Doubt, and Slam against Jordan 23, with both Viper and Riot being demolished, taken out of the game very, very, very quickly. But still, I think for the time being, Jordan 23 is not going to be able to push through much further in a hurry, because these Paladins won't be long or far from being completed. For some reason, the Vipers, well, I guess it makes sense to bum rush this Treb down a little bit. But will the Treb actually go down? That's the question. Well, we've got villagers repairing it. We've got Cavalier killing a lot of villagers, but not focusing down the Woad Raiders that were actually focusing on the Treb. Viper trying to wall out Slam here, but Slam's going to get a bunch of villager kills. And Viper's precious villagers getting taken out there. Viper at the moment actually on 55 eco. Riot on 50. It's damn close at the moment. Very, very close. Viper here nearly losing that castle as well. But Bad Jofra doing a really good job up here, and this is the thing. Without Onager, well, there's Onager. Doubt can't really push into this too well. Bad Jofra just needs to make sure he's on wide stance, make sure he's watching this closely so he doesn't lose too many plumed archers against the Onagers here, but it's difficult. The Celts Onagers do fire very, very quickly, and we'll see Bad Jofra losing a bunch of plumed archers pretty quickly here if he stands around for too long. But Elite Plumed Archer is done. They're pretty much fully upgraded. He just needs the defense upgrades. That obviously is going to help out, and that's going to come eventually. Has to be still very careful. He's losing a lot of Plumed Archers here, actually. Losing a Treb as well, but down goes that castle. And it's 3 castles here for Backed versus the 1-2 for Doubt. Doubt not able to really get that much Elite Woad Raider production. Not able to do that much with it. But wow, they're calling GG. I don't believe that. Bad Jofra, Slam, and Riot calling GG. I am actually a little surprised, but you've got to give it to them. The Legends there did hold out pretty well up in the north. I mean, this is the thing. Viper's base was gutted out. Bad Jofra, aside from these Onagers, Bad Jofra was okay over here. The problem is, I guess, Bad Jofra's economy wasn't huge, but still, I mean, it wasn't that bad, was it? He still had a lot of food, a lot of wood. I guess they felt like Riot took a bigger loss than the Viper there. Viper was rebuilding in the middle, but he wasn't exactly contributing much in this situation. If Bagiofro added more Eagle Warriors, he could have dealt with these onages and pushed through. Maybe they were too concerned about Jordan 23 on the left side. He had a few Mangadai. He didn't have that many, though. Slam, of course, was making Paladins, and Slam was... Well, he had loads of resources. He could have made a lot more Paladins than that. So I'm really kind of miffed, a little bit puzzled by that resignation from the Warlords there. I don't think that was the right time to call it at all. I don't think they should have called GG there. I think they probably could have even pushed it back. But let's be honest, they were very much on the defensive. But even still, I think that was too early to call it. I think that was a little bit too early for the Warlords. Maybe they were just tired, I don't know, but I think Slam could have dealt with Jordan here, and I do think that Bact could have pushed this back from Doubt as well. So who knows what was going on there, but, well, Viper's team, the Legends, are going to get themselves another victory. So there you have it. That's going to be